If you love forbidden chemistry, slow burn tension, and weddings that implode on cue, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Now here's what really happened. I used to think wedding planning was a beautiful job, and then I started doing it for a living. Now I know the truth. It's chaos held together with floral wire and caffeine. But nothing prepares me for the moment I walk into the Carlton estate for the Hale Winters wedding. The place looks like a fairy tale castle built by a billionaire with something to prove, and I'm the tiny, stressed Cinderella here to keep it all from burning down. My binder is bursting with checklists, timelines, backup plans A through Z. I'm already calculating where the floral arch will look best when a low, smooth voice behind me says, "Ms. Brooks." I turn and my brain stalls. It's him. Alexander Hale. The groom. Ew. Walking headline. Taller than any photo makes him look. Dark hair, sharp jaw, blue eyes that seem to catalog me in 3 seconds. He's dressed casually, but everything about him radiates quiet power. Yes, I manage. I'm Ivy, the planner. He studies me like he's deciding whether I'm competent or a liability. You're younger than I expected. I've been aging backward, I deadpan. He smiles just slightly, but it transforms him. Can you handle it? The wedding. No, he steps closer. The pressure. The story of my life. I don't run, I tell him. And I don't break. Good, he murmurs like he likes that answer more than he should. Before I can recover, someone else walks in. A man who instantly shifts the gravity of the room. Liam Carter, the best man. And Alexander's right hand. Green eyes, brown blonde hair. The kind of presence that fills space whether he wants to or not. He stops beside Alex and looks at me like he's assessing a new hire for a job he didn't approve. "And who might you be?" he asks. "My wedding planner," Alex says before I can. Liam's eyes glint with mischief. Finally hired someone competent. "Behave," Alex mutters. Liam extends his hand. "Liam." I shake it. Warm. Strong. Controlled. "Nice to meet you," I say. His mouth curves. "Oh, I'm sure it will be." I pull my hand back before my pulse gives me away. Rehearsals begin, and everything goes wrong exactly on schedule. Flowers late. Photographer early. Bridesmaids leaning toward meltdown. I'm running across the ballroom with my notebook when I feel eyes on me. I look up. Alexander watches me with that same interested, quiet intensity. He steps in when he shouldn't, helps lift boxes, tests lighting angles with me, asks about chair placement like it's a life decision. And every time the air shifts slightly, I know Liam's walked in. He's everywhere. Leaning against doorways. Bringing me coffee with the exact amount of cream. Catching me by the waist when I slip. His grip is steady and too warm. When he releases me, my heartbeat doesn't. "You okay?" he murmurs. "Yes," I whisper. "You blush when you lie," he says. I don't blush. His smirk proves otherwise. "Sure you don't." I flee before I do something embarrassing like stare at his mouth. Charlotte Winters, the bride, arrives later than expected. She's stunning. Ice blonde hair. Perfect posture. Glamorous without trying. She hugs Alexander like she owns him. He holds her gently, politely. I can feel the distance between them even from across the hallway. She barely looks at me except to say, "Everything looks amazing," before asking Alex what time the rehearsal dinner is. I want to tell myself I imagined it, the way he looks past her at me when she's not paying attention. But I'm not imagining the spark in his eyes, or the tension in Liam's whenever Alex gets too close. The night before the wedding, everyone finally leaves. I stay behind, triple-checking the aisle, counting candles, rehearsing the timing. I'm standing at the altar making notes when a voice says, "Nice view." I turn. It's Liam. Shirt sleeves rolled up, tie loose, hair messy in that reckless way. He walks toward me like this is his territory and I'm trespassing. "You're still working," he says. "Weddings don't check themselves." He looks around the decorated ballroom, then back at me. "You did all this." "Part of it." "All of it," he corrects softly. "This place was chaos before you arrived." I shrug. "You know what's crazy," he says. "You're the one who built this whole fairy tale. But you're not the one walking down the aisle." My breath stutters. That's not my role. Maybe it should be. "Liam." He stares at me like he wants to say something he shouldn't. Then he shakes his head, muttering, "Forget it," and walks off. I'm left standing under the floral arch, heart pounding like a warning bell. The morning of the wedding is a whirlwind. Hair, makeup, guests arriving in expensive cars. I'm fixing the bride's veil when Alexander catches my eye from across the room. His look is unreadable. Later, I check the seating chart in the study, and he slips in behind me, closing the door. "I needed a moment," he says. "With me?" I ask cautiously. "With someone honest." He steps closer, voice low. "Do you ever feel like your life stopped belonging to you?" My heart stings. "Sometimes." He inhales like he's about to tell me something dangerous. "If I had met you before." The door swings open. Liam stands there. His gaze takes in how close Alex is. His jaw clenches. "Well," he says coldly, "this is appropriate." Alex steps back instantly. "We were discussing logistics." "Right," Liam says. It looked very logistical. The tension is suffocating. I step between them. "We should go. It's starting." Both men look like they want to fight. Each other. The universe. Themselves. The ceremony begins. Charlotte walks down the aisle in a cloud of lace. People sigh, dab at their eyes. Alexander waits at the front looking perfect. Perfect until his eyes drift to me. Again. And again. I force myself to look away. The officiant starts the vows. Charlotte beams. "If anyone knows any reason." "I do." The words slice through the room. Every head whips toward the voice. "Liam." "No," Alex whispers. "Oh yes," Liam fires back. Charlotte's face crumples. "Liam, what are you?" "Tell her," Liam demands. "Tell your bride who you were about to corner in a study. Tell her who you've been looking at this entire ceremony." Silence falls like a dropped chandelier. He points at me. My blood runs cold. Charlotte stares at Alex in horror. Is that true? Alexander doesn't speak. Doesn't deny it. Doesn't look away from me. That's the answer. Charlotte's hand connects with his cheek. A sharp echoing slap, and she storms out, sobbing, veil tearing loose as guests gasp. Everything collapses. I bolt. Out the ballroom doors, through the hall, into the garden where the music fades and the world stops spinning. I reach a stone bench and sit down, hard, breath shaking. Footsteps follow. Just one pair. "If both of you are here," I warn without looking up. I'm throwing myself into the fountain. A quiet laugh. It's Liam. He sits beside me, leaving space between us. "You okay?" he asks gently. I let out a broken laugh. "No. Absolutely not." He nods. "Fair." I stare at the grass. "Why did you do that?" He exhales. "Because he was lying to himself. And to her. And dragging you down in the process. You destroyed his wedding. I stopped a disaster. You humiliated Charlotte." "I know." His voice cracks. "And I hate that I had to. But watching him walk toward a life he didn't want, while staring at you like you were oxygen, was worse." I close my eyes. "I didn't ask for any of this." "I know," he whispers. "That's why I did it." I look at him, then really look. His eyes aren't cold. They're tired. Wrecked. Honest. "You care?" I ask softly. He meets my gaze like it hurts. More than I meant to. Before I can breathe, another voice calls my name. "Ivy." "Alexander." He looks shattered. Bow tie undone, hair a mess, eyes red. Liam stands immediately. Alex stops in front of me. "I need to talk to you." "She's not going anywhere alone," Liam snaps. Alex glares. "This is between us." "The hell it is," Liam fires back. They stand on either side of me, two storms, two choices, two futures I never asked for. My chest tightens. "Both of you stop." They fall silent. "My life just exploded." I whisper. "My job. My reputation. Everything. And I didn't even do anything." Alex steps forward. "I'm so." "Don't," I say. Liam flinches like the word hit him too. "I'm not choosing either of you," I say softly, shaking. "Not now. Not today. I need space. And a life that stops spinning." Neither argues. They just look at me, one with guilt, one with heartbreak. And I step away from both. "I'll decide what happens next," I breathe. "When I'm ready." I walk back toward the estate alone, leaving two powerful men standing in a garden full of wilted wedding flowers, staring after me like I'm the only thing that makes sense in their broken world. And I know, this story is nowhere near over.